Yo guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the highest goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves, as well as those we care around us. If you would like a brief introduction, a brief summary as to how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, including the live stream schedule, copyright-free music, how we divvy the stream into 11 segments, 3 phases, and a 15-minute live stream that won't take too much of your time. You can check that all out in the previous live stream for the past 3.5 years straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. That being said, let's dive into the second segment. 2 main points. First of all, as usual, if you'd like to skip the abridged introduction, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook as a VOD, video on demand, after the live stream has ended, you can just skip ahead by about a minute to a minute and a half, and then you'll just miss all that kind of stuff if you're a recurrent viewer, which is probably like no one. Second thing is that, as usual, solve 7.5 override system version, override 7 version 7.5, means that this is a rule to break all other rules, a system principle that frees me from the system so that I can be practical and tick off all the tasks and goals, practically speaking, for each live stream media asset or just the Ahn Rho project in general, including my own behavior as a person. So let's just be practical, let's stay on top of things, and let's just dive right into it. Urgent things, lots of stuff. Take a look on the screen, see what you get. We're into phase 2, segments 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 5 segments have a lot to do with photography, storytelling, food, nutrition, commentary. Take a look on screen. There's digital items, there's a philosophy, education. So let's just dive into some of these things in a collage. There's about 60 right here, right? 15 on each quadrant. But I'm going to try to dive into each very short synopsis or summary of each before we get into the specifics. Okay, so let's begin. I can showcase right now. I just had to figure out which one's gonna go on top. So the first one that's on top is all these recordings at the very top, media assets like for the live streams, voice recordings. We have a lot of relationships to touch upon very briefly, kind of like points, bullet points. We have education here in the middle, as usual, philosophy. There's clothing. You can see me in my getup, my gear, because I've changed up my clothing. So you see at the very bottom, that's why there's clothing. And we have some stuff on the top left hand side, again elaborating really on relationships. Top right hand side also on resources I've given to my guardians and edited it, and something how I've edited that. Okay, that was kind of a breeze through. Okay, one quadrant. The next one, like, we're gonna get specifics right in about a minute or two. We're gonna get specific. We're gonna cover each one by one, but you see, and this one is again, the middle is just all collages. The very top is the dollar bills, and basically it's about $300. We'll get to that. We're gonna give this all to our colleagues who are like a family to me. At the very bottom, you see tomatoes and some fresh picked fruits from one of my business partners. And the very top is a reminder for me. So on the top right, the gear, like headlamps I need to bring over to the workplace. Trying to repair the damage at the workplace between me and my colleagues, which again, they're like brothers and sisters, like family to me. Into here, lots of food. This is from my my maternal side. It's crazy, haven't seen her in a long time, but that's that. And it's like dim sum, so we're gonna cover all that kind of shit. At the very top, we also have other food that was cooked from my maternal guardian, so my predecessor, specifically my biological father, meaning. But however, there's a little bit of insecurities. We still have resolved everything there. These are all class 2 items, by the way, so it's inventory upkeep. And last but not least, oh Jesus, this last quadrant here, finally we can get specific after this. But we have, again, business products in cellular nutrition and biomedical research, specifically used on health sciences. So we're gonna cover all that stuff. I received from a business partner today. Had a phone call with her, and you see some Adidas, kind of like an Adidas t-shirt. So I'm switching up my getup once again. You can see me at the very bottom there with a different kind of shirt. Usually I wear like full-on suits in a uniform, a pledge I made to my colleagues, and now I'm kind of out of that. And then at the very top left hand corner, you see kind of like oh right, it's like invoice and stuff like that. And top right, yeah, that's everything. Okay, good. All right, nice. That was sooner than I expected. So let's start with segment 4 and 5 of phase 2. Hopefully we get to phase 3 today. If we don't, it's fine, whatever. So we take a look here. Lots of recordings, man. Lots and lots of recordings. I uploaded at least like 2/3 of these onto the laptop. But there's a lot to cover here, and I had 5 voice recordings yesterday in addition to the live stream. So these are the media assets of the Ahn Rho project that happened. So what I'm going to do is go pull up another one that is very relevant. So we have the text document here, and you can see they refer to what happened yesterday. So I'm going to pull up 1, 2, and I'm going to run through all of this, including an Excel file at the very top, I believe, that is also very relevant if I can find it. Come on, come on, come on. It's kind of hard to find it. There's so much files. Okay, I can't find it. It's okay. We'll leave it off. What's important here, you see calls. So 1 through 7, 11 through 18. Let's just breeze through everything. We have only about 9 minutes left. First one, calls. We made calls to, okay, calls is like 1 through 7. So, no, not 1 through 5, not 1 through 7. What am I doing? Oh, wait, we made like 3, 4 calls. That's what I'm talking about. And voice messages and mail. So there's some spam stuff, but also to my business partners. So 2 and that's NM and KW. So first of all, 2, that would have to do with the SN. Who's SN? Right, being picky. I don't know. Skip that. 3. Don't have time to waste on this. Oh, right. Number 2 is a colleague of mine at the workplace, like a godfather, and he used to talk about how customers picky. So we just kind of casual conversations I keep up and repair some of the damage because he knows I'm resigning. 3, the owner of the workplace, talking about AL, someone else who is a great friend of mine who I really trust. He's out on his shots, so that's talking about 4 right there. 5 is HZ, so basically I've been in touch with trying to repair that, and that was, I think that's the limit. I can't really get closer to him, but basically it was a nice catch. I just threw something down from the second floor to the first floor, and so there's a little bit of like underlying communication there. 6 EL, so I really needed to repair my relationship with him. I kind of gave up with this, but EL, he's the guy who got me into the workplace and met all these people who are now kind of like family to me. But I feel really awful, but we actually had a conversation there with him too. And then SV number 7 over there, the interaction there, that was the most important of that day at the workplace. So all that 1 through 7 is all at the workplace. Yeah, that's what it's all about. SV asked me what were my plans after I resign. What do I do? I'm going to get my new job, all this. So I talked to her about that. And I gave a very brief synopsis, broke it down into like 3 to 5 minutes. So that was actually pretty good, as well as why I'm leaving. And I elaborated, as expanded on how I fall in love with everyone outside the department. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11 to 18. So this is after getting back to residence. So my brother asking me about some dim sum that I can, if he wants, he can save some for me. No, if I want, he can say, but I'm like, I don't really need it. But and I didn't eat it anyway. So number 12 right there is like I'm going to do my domestic gardens, talking about how my grand is like trying to get out there and eat something before lockdown again on 4th wave. Number 13. Who was that? NW. So this guy is the husband of my business partner. Drops by and I was in the shower. I felt awful. He's waiting in the car. And then number 15, that's KW. That is my business partner, and she did a phone call with me and talking about her gardening, how her son ED. That's number that should have been like number 14. ED made salsa with cilantro from their own homegrown like tomatoes, stuff like that, and cilantro. Also talk about the USB recording some sessions from the convention for her. And then number 16 having to do with SL. That's a landlord. No, that's my grand. That's my grand. That's the dim sum purchase. So we're gonna cover all that kind of photography and stuff. And number 17, downstairs telling the residents, the landlord, about. So there again, five different like tenants inside this household. Number 18, having to do with domestic gardens. Also, this is my domestic gardens. The second interaction, telling her, give my regards over to my grand. So because I ate her food, I deliberately ate it so that I could say I ate it, tell her I said hi, give her my regards, haven't seen her in a year, tell her hope she's doing well. Holy shit, look at the time, man, it's crazy. And then number 21, 22, do you understand? Oh, 21, it's a follow-up. I want to get back in touch with TM and say, it's because of you reaching out to me 2 weeks ago, I'm going to reach out for the first time in the past 3.5 years. I got to take initiative, 4 years, I'm going to take initiative and say, I need help. Can you sit down, we have a chat? You just need to listen to me. And that's, you don't have to listen, but like, I appreciate that. And then 22, so me, I'm reaching out now this time, first time, for help. 22, they've really pushing me how to do this, man. Number 22, unknown employment. Do you understand now? So one of the new employees at the workplace, sees I'm always pissed off all the time, or at least right now I'm the one who's constantly having trust issues. But back then, man, how things have flipped. Like the people who used to be angry and cussing other people out and have trust issues were the rest of my colleagues. And I was the one trying to get them out of it, trying to teach them how to be patient. And now it's the other way around. Now I have the trust issues, and the new employees don't understand what's going on. So it's like yesterday there was an interaction between me and DV. another colleague of mine, and she kind of saw and she got kind of hint, a kind of glimpse as to what's going on. Holy shit. 10 minutes in. I can't cover everything today, can I? Wow. And this is a previous recording, previous write down. It wasn't edited, so I'm just going to breeze through everything. We have 5 minutes left, guys. Can we get this done? How much can we get done? Right. So this is me writing down all the resources and stuff like that. The files saved, the scan documents. Oh man, the invoices. Shit, the invoices. Okay, so let me show you. Again, invoice on the top right, top left hand corner, right there. So it's just like this is the scan documents of everything right there. Okay, so we are done through all the media assets from the live stream. The live stream, by the way, is also named like New Breaking Dawn, like Dawn, New Dawn, because of we have all this stuff here to cover. And it's like lots of interesting activities, and I'm actually excited to do these things now. So even though I have so much stuff to do, I actually want to do it, and I keep pushing forward, as opposed to be silly that's kind of like a chore and just dragging me down. So that's what the title is about, the live stream. So live stream, voice recordings, text documents, Jesus, scan documents still here. I updated this one. It's from my maternal guardian, so my biological mother. At the top, YouTube. So psychiatry, vocals, stoicism, philosophy, Chinese drama, business, food. Just trying to provide her stuff to do, and I updated it, as well as adding a footer tag at the very bottom, ARP 887, just to note that it is from my own documentation. Finally, stuff that doesn't actually belong to me. Stoic Reflection, School Life London, not my shit. Go check it out on Instagram. Copyright notice, right? 2 ways of thinking about decisiveness provided by School Life London and Stoic Reflections. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best, from Epictetus. Again, philosophy, psychiatry are the ground roots. These are the figurative mother and father, the figurative conservative and liberal mother and father that have provided the teachings for the majority of my life, because I haven't had a proper mother and father. Okay, I have like 3 minutes left. This is crazy. This shit is crazy. Let's run through the clothing now. Oh my god. I don't have time for this, do I? Oh, okay, so here I have a new sweater on, a new uniform. Not uniform, but I took off the uniform. So you see me there. I have just a regular sweater as opposed to a black shirt. And I took all this from, oh, that's okay. And then I will move to region F here and say you can see all the clothing here. You see t-shirts here, green, blue. One is patient safety. One here's from Intel. We have some shirts here with like a spring jacket, and here above is like some pants. So long story short, region F, this would be corresponding to region F. Pull up the new clothes, and this is something that I wear in the usual at home but not at the workplace, and this is something that now you can see I'm starting to wear at the workplace. This is a shirt from that shelf that I just showcased. So basically, I am starting to wear regular civilian clothes now. It's some sort of military getup, and that's important because like I'm resigning now, right? And oh shit, I have like a minute and a half left. So here's me again. It's just sporting something very different from the workplace that I usually wear. Same thing with this Adidas shirt. So you can see here once again, I'm trying to get into the regular workplace stuff, regular people attire, as opposed to crazy like military style getup we have here. Okay, business products. All right, business products. We have all this kind of stuff. This is the before snapshot. I'll probably have to keep this for tomorrow morning. Transfer a few, but you see on the right hand side, I have to give away these tomatoes and what do you call it? Corn and blueberries to my guardians downstairs. They came from KW and her husband and them, so it's a gift, class 4 gift item. Speaking of that, I need to get over that too right now because I want to get rid of it from today. So you can see right here, this would be usually phase 3, but I have to get rid of it. So this entire bag needs to go downstairs. Like I said, home picked fresh tomatoes. She was talking about cilantro and puree. Also, all this stuff here, corn on the cob. Since we're in phase 3, we also want to mention in the last 30 seconds, I'll just toss away this Royale toilet paper class 2 item for my guardian, so that's going to go for the trash as well. And let's back to the photography, all right? So dim sum, I have like 20 seconds left. So this is like, so basically congee with deep fried oil sticks. These are traditional Hong Kong style foods. Same thing here, you dip it in the rice congee. This was fish congee. This is, again, it's all provided. This is class 4 item provided from my gran, and then we had some deep fried fish with green onions. Can we get through this? We have 5 seconds left, and no, we can't get through it. We have to continue this tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to myself. Like, I have to do this tomorrow morning now. Ah, man.